Hi, Brittany. It's been a long time since we did any of our Little House on the Prairie books. So I wanted to read you the next chapter. We're on chapter 14 and it's called Indian Camp. But I wanted to tell you something first. So Grandma and Papa were on a very long trip. I was away and that's why I haven't been doing much reading. But while we were away, we actually went to Indian territory. Now, it's not like it was anymore when Laura and Mary and baby Grace were there, but I did get to meet an actual Navajo Indian, and his great-grandparents lived in the places where the Ingalls family went. So I thought that was kind of cool. I got to meet him. And he took us on a horse ride. So that was very cool. But we're going to see now what's happening with Pa and the girls because they are going to go looking for an Indian camp. And there they are. And there's Jack running out front. And see the rabbit that Jack's trying to get? And some of the hawks and crows are flying around. Okay, let's see what happens in chapter 14, the Indian camp. Day after day was hotter than the day before. The wind was hot, as if it came out of an oven, Ma said. The grass was turning yellow. The whole world was rippling green and gold under the blazing sun. At noon, the wind died. No birds sang. Everything was so still that Laura could hear the squirrels chattering in the trees down by the creek. Suddenly, black crows flew overhead, cawing their rough, sharp caws. Then everything was still again. Ma said that this was midsummer. Pa wondered where the Indians had gone. He said they had left their little camp on the prairie, and one day he asked Laura and Mary if they would like to go see that camp. Laura jumped up and down and clapped her hands, but Ma objected. "Oh, it's so far, Charles," she said, "and in this heat—" Pa's blue eyes twinkled. "This heat doesn't hurt the Indians, and it won't hurt us," he said. "Come on, girls." "Please, can Jack come too?" Laura begged. Pa had taken his gun, but he looked at Laura, and he looked at Jack, and then he looked at Ma, and he put the gun up on its pegs again. "All right, Laura," he said, "I'll take Jack, Caroline, and leave you the gun." Jack jumped around them, wagging his stump of a tail. As soon as he saw which way they were going, he set off, trotting ahead. Pa came next, and behind him came Mary, and then Laura. Mary kept her sunbonnet on, but Laura let hers dangle down her back. The ground was hot under their bare feet, and the sunshine pierced through their faded dresses and tinged on their arms and backs. The air was really as hot as air in an oven, and it smelled faintly like baking bread. Pa said that the smell came from all the grass seeds parching in the heat. They went farther and farther into the vast prairie. Laura felt smaller and smaller. Even Pa did not seem as big as he really was. At last they went down into the little hollow where the Indians had camped. Jack started up a big rabbit, and when it bounded out of the grass, Laura jumped. Pa said quickly, "Let him go, Jack. We have enough meat." So Jack sat down and watched the big rabbit go bounding away down the hollow. Laura and Mary looked around them. They stayed close to Pa. Low bushes grew on the sides of the hollow, buckbrush with sprays of berries, faintly pink, and sumac holding up green cones but showing here and there a bright red leaf. The goldenrod's plumes were turning gray, and the ox-eyed daisy's yellow petals hung down from the crown centers. I'll be right back because I hear Zuki scratching. I think he's got to go outside.